Welcome back to the Life of a Fit Pro. I am your Fit Pro, Andra Anderson, and it is another spring cleaning episode. If you're listening to this, welcome. If you're watching, welcome to the location of my closet because this week is all about spring cleaning the closet. This time of the year, all I can think about is pulling out my lighter clothing, my brighter clothing like florals, things like that. And usually I will spend time one weekend just pulling everything out, putting away the heavy winter sweaters and boots and things like that. But this year, I want to try something different. So I I have this walk-in closet, right? So welcome. I can walk all inside it. It is a closet meant for two, and it's mine. So there's a lot of space in here. And I really am obsessed with displaying things. Like if you can see, I've got my shoes displayed, my bags displayed. I want it to feel like kind of like a department store in here, right? Inspired by the Heather Dubrows and Kim Kardashians of the world. I love that vibe. I love that vibe. And I feel like every season I've been really deliberate and very good about being real and honest and getting rid of the things that I'm just not wearing, right? So there might be seasons of your life where you're obsessed. Like I had a cardigan moment, like every day I wore a cardigan. And now I would be surprised if I had more than one or two. I might have like 2 cardigans left, right? It was just like it was a season, it was a moment in time, and I slowly started to just sort of get rid of them. I'll donate what I'm not wearing. Um, I also will go through I have a separate space, you can't see it, over here, that's a bunch of drawers, for, like, socks and things like that, so I'll go through those regularly, especially as a fitness professional because socks are everything, right? Everybody's like, the shoes." No, no. The secret is in the socks. The socks help cushion your feet, they help brace for impact. It is the sock. It is the sock that is super important. So I will very deliberately make changes there. I will toss what is feeling really thin or kind of ratty. That's like there you go, fun little secret about me. So I have decided that instead of this cycle of putting away the last season and pulling out the new season, I wanna see it all in one spot, and I have the space for it. There's no reason other than I love cutting down on the decisions I need to make, right? So, if I have a limited selection in front of me, I have limited selections of which to gather what I'm gonna wear. Usually, I pick it the night before for the next day. I've gotten to points where I'll pull my outfits for the whole week depending on how my week is shaping up. I'll pull it all, and I have a little set space over here. Can I tilt it? So this is my pull station right in front of the window. I have this little separate stand where I will pull what I'm wearing just for the week, or I will use this when I am planning for a trip. Like I will put everything that I want to take for the trip on this space. It helps so much to just sort of like visually see what we're going for. But yeah, so my purpose with this spring cleaning project this week is to fit everything into this closet. I don't want to pull for the season anymore, and with that, I mean, I think I could fit most of it, but I am going to have to get rid of some things, and that's not a bad thing. We sometimes hold on to things. I mean, this is like a group therapy moment. Like we sometimes hold on to things because of the way they made us feel in one season of our lives or the memories we have attached with them, and we might not actually wear them. Or worse, we hold on to something thinking, "I'm going to find an occasion to wear that," and then we just don't wear it. I have dresses that just don't ever see the light of day because I'm like, I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to wear them. And by the time that opportunity comes around, I don't like want to wear that anymore. My style has evolved. And that's another thing too. I feel like especially as I'm approaching 40, really I've always had a sense of style. But I feel like my style has become my own and really classic and really grounded and really settled in my mid to late 30s. And as I'm approaching 40, I want to honor that style. I want to lean into it. And I'm not worried about having, the same option in 5 different colors. Oh my gosh, that was a season of my life where if I liked something, I had to get it in every color. I mean, you could probably see over my shoulder that issue with blazers. If I like it, I'll get it in every color. I do actually wear those though. I do. Do I wear all of them? I think I do. We're not getting rid of those. Okay, but we are going to get rid of some things. So if you follow along on the blog, I wrote down 6 steps of how I'm tackling this project. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing, and I've kind of done this already today, is do like a visual inventory of what is in this space. So there are beyond clothes, right? I've got my accessory corner over here. I have bags. I have, oh my gosh, get ready for this. I don't know. Are you ready for this? If you know, you know. I have these. Wait, it gets worse. I have this one. For my Gen Z and Gen Alpha fam, back in the dark ages, back in the 1900s, we MP3 players were sort of coming around toward the start of my college years, but for the most part, we had CDs. Let me show you. That was not planned. They all just fell out. I forgot that about this binder. Here, let me just pick one up. They're not clipped in. Actually, I turned this one into my fitness one. We had CDs, okay? And oh my gosh. I totally did not anticipate picking this one up. Look at this. This is the original. So I was one of the first round of Insanity instructors way back in the day. I can't even remember what year it was. 2012, 2013. That doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was almost 13 years ago. So 13 years ago, I was part of the Insanity Pro team, and this is the very first round we ever did. I actually got to go to DC where Shaun T himself was doing a certification, a training round. And this is, oh my gosh, the first sets. Okay, here's the thing. I've been keeping these things because they're of nostalgia. And I just sort of like, it's hard, all right? I used to burn a CD for every stinking class that I taught. Every single class. If you know, I had a CD tower and I would just burn a new one for every single class. Okay? Every class. I always change the music up, and I still do. I love changing the music up. Even if it's just like 1 or 2 songs, I love to change it. But with Insanity, Pio, Turbo Kick, there used to be monthly or sometimes bi-monthly releases of new tracks, new moves, all of those things. And they would send them to us in the snail mail. And you would wait for your drop day. You'd wait for drop day because for the last 60 days, you were doing the same material until the new stuff came out. And of course, now all that stuff is digital, right? And these things are no more. Beachbody stopped these beyond at-home programs, right? They're really focusing on the at-home piece ever since really COVID. But before, they had empowered instructors all around the globe to teach these formats in live groups. And I was one of the first. And I have all of the CDs they ever sent me. And I am not going to lie. I feel like, okay, we definitely have a record player. I'm sure my husband has a CD player. He loves keeping electronics like that. I don't have one. I don't have a boombox anymore. My laptop doesn't even have a place to put in CDs or DVDs. I don't even have one of those. I don't have one of those. So is this the time to get rid of these? I think it might be. So that's what I'm saying. I have things like that in my closet that I've just sort of been holding on to for nostalgia purposes, right? Oh wait, let me put the microphone up to this. Yeah. Okay. So oh my gosh, there's even more. Oh, these are all the Zumba ones. Okay. Zumba did the same thing. So let's see if these fall out. This is full of just Zumba CDs. And this was a monthly release. They would send you new stuff every month. 6 times a year, it accompanied with a DVD, and 6 times a year it was just a CD where you had to figure out the moves yourself. Oh, what a time we lived in. And then I have all of the original boxes that they came in. Oh my gosh, this is like a trip down memory lane, right? So it would show up like this, and you would have, oh my gosh, this is like, I really don't feel like I can get rid of these. This is just so, like, such a piece of history. We're going to hold on to them, but we're not going to keep them in the closet. I'm going to find another space for them. I'll put them in my studio. That's what I'll do. But they need to get out of the closet because I need this closet space. Yeah, so I have a lot of stuff like that. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And I have a ton of luggage. I would love Heather Dubrow, who I'm obsessed with, has a luggage room in her house, like total goals. But we travel a lot. And we're actually both getting bigger suitcases because we're taking a bigger trip and we need a place to store them. And I probably could find a place in my closet to put them, but it'd be nice to have all of our luggage in one spot. So we're investigating those options. But for now, if you can't see, I have these shelves that like lean up and I stack luggage up there. But I need to go through the luggage as well because there are pieces that I don't use. And I don't know if I will. So I might be getting rid of those things, donating those things. I also have my plushies in here. They just make me happy. So I don't have very many of them, but they'll stay. They'll stay in here. There's definitely a space for them. I also found these really cool vintage cowboy boots that I don't wear. So these are getting donated, but like really fun. I didn't remember that I had those. Let's see. I know they're so in style, but listen, like I was saying, they're not my style. They might be in style, but they're not my style. Get me? Feel me? There's a distinction, friends. And once you discover the difference between those things, your life truly begins. I promise. Okay, so then I'm doing that visual inventory. I'm pulling things that don't belong. So I pulled all those CDs out. I'm going to move those. I pulled out things that just I feel like don't belong in the closet that have just been sort of taking up real estate here. And then I pulled all of my summer stuff out. I only have 2 bins. I'm so proud of myself. I got it down to 2 bins. Okay, one is like really big. It takes up the whole width of my closet. It's quite large. But that's all of the rest of the spring and summer stuff that I have to put into my closet. So I'm going to go through it, be very, you know what? I'm going to do a big purge. I'm just going to be so honest about what I'm going to wear and what I'm absolutely just not going to wear. And I'm just going to do a big old purge. So that's the next step. And then as I'm pulling things out and putting things back, I'm going to make sure to clean items like shoes and bags and just give them a good wipe down. This is a great, great opportunity for that and really get in here with a vacuum and clean out all of the spaces. I do that periodically, but it just feels good to put everything back into like a really clean space. And I've already I'm going to take you on another little show and tell. See these drawers back here, or this little unit of drawers. I change what goes in those like so frequently because I just feel like there things in there are just taking up space. So I'm going to make sure to go through those, make sure to put things in them that make sense. Like I have 2 of them are full of workout pants and 2 of them are full of workout shorts. Like I need that space, but I just want to make sure I'm using it to the best of its ability. And I'm making great space of all of the space here. Great utilization of all the space. And then, yeah, I'm going to put everything back. So again, the goal is to get rid of the things that I absolutely just do not need. Don't hold on to them with the thought of, well, maybe one day. If I haven't worn it in the last season, it's literally just not part of my style and it's time to move on. The Marie Kondo style, right? Where you like bring it close to you and you thank it for the journey that you've been on together. Even if it has tags on it, you still thank it for taking up space in your life and you get rid of it and you let somebody else have it. I'm going to donate it all. So that's my plan. This is probably the most daunting of all of the projects that I've planning for my spring cleaning. Week 1 was all about, what was week 1? Pictures? No, my inbox. Oh yeah, I deleted my Yahoo account. Woot woot. Week 2 is all about photos. I'm still working on that. You have no idea how hard it is to go through all of those photos. But anytime I get a little bit of downtime, I just go delete. And I actually a little update from last week. So something I didn't think about was all of the content that I create for my solid job. So my previous solid job and my current solid job. There's no reason I need to keep that on my phone. So my previous job, it's all gone. I just chucked it, deleted it all. That took up a lot of space. I take a lot of photos and videos. Welcome. So that was one piece. And my current solid job, I opened up a folder in our shared drive and just dumped all of my stuff in there. I tried to organize it based on events and things so that somebody else could come and take the content if they needed it. And then I deleted it from my phone once I did that because again, it doesn't deserve to have space on my phone, right? Nobody else's. I'm paying for that, not them. So that was an unexpected bonus of that spring cleaning was like, oh yeah, I have content on here that is not for me. It's for other companies and other people. I also found content. I did some content development for a local gym like 10 years ago, deleted all that stuff because why do I need it? And I'm not giving it. It's been 10 years. If I didn't give it to them already, they didn't need it. And it's now a decade old. So it doesn't matter. So that was really helpful to get rid of some content there, but still working on that one. Still working on the inbox. I've gotten most of my inboxes down to 0 new. And I'm just going through and still unsubscribing and putting things into folders. And yeah, those are sort of focused things that I like to schedule into my calendar. Like I'll spend maybe the first hour of a day doing really focused work, or honestly, that's a really good last hour of the day kind of task to do is sort of do a little cleanup of the inbox just to make sure I'm not missing anything or forgetting anything and just letting it go. So it's not taking up space in my inbox or my brain. So that's what's what. That's what's happening. Spring cleaning this is my favorite season, I think. I just love to take stock of what's there, remember what it gave me, send it on its way if we have no business being together anymore. Yeah, would love that. So maybe this will inspire you to also do a little spring cleaning, a little sprucing up, a little donation, a little purge if you need it. This is your sign to go do it. And thank you so much for joining me on location in the closet for this special spring cleaning series. We have one more. Next week is spring cleaning fitness. And I'll tell you more about that next week. Bye.